Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old den of tools. And of course, it is Monday, March 27th, getting ahead of myself there. But that means, of course, it's time for, Deals of the Week. All right, let's jump into it. But first, got to say, over the guys and gals over at the Facebook group, still finding all those great deals. Apparently, the advanced auto deal on the tech tools, they're getting harder and harder to find, but people are still finding them out there. Just great deals on these tools. Not the top of the line tools, but good sturdy workhorse kind of tools. Anyway, speaking of workhorse, Gearwrench, they sent me this set. Oh, I think it was like 6 months ago. Probably we've been using it here and there, and we've been using it on this trip and stuff. And oh my gosh. $15 is such a great price there for a 7-piece SAE T-handle set. And I gotta tell you, they feel really good in the paw, nice and comfortable. It's not a fantastic price, to be honest, but it's recently gone up, dropped back down. So I gotta share the price. Prices are going up on everything. Glad to see some of them coming back down. But it's also such a good set. We've been really happy with it. Had to share that one. Speaking of good sets, the Wheeler roll pin punch set here. 2166, and again, it's a kind of similar kind of situation. Price had gone up, it'd been a nice low price, usually been around the $21 kind of mark, had gone up, it's come back down, 2166. I jump back on this before it goes up again because it's a decent punch set. All right, this is a good solid. Everyone kind of needs a saw like this. If not this saw, then a saw like this, because you know what? It's not cordless. It's a corded saw. It's a workhorse daily driver kind of thing. 7.25 inch, just your standard solid go-to Circ saw. Every DIY or homeowner needs one of these saws. Good to have around the shop also. Anyway, there you go. This is just a good solid saw. I had to share that at that price at $50 on that one. Next up, WorkPro. Check this out. This is the 1/2-inch, 320 foot-pounds max torque. Comes with the 2 amp hour battery and the fast charger and the belt clip, of course. Normally for $80, it's down to 60. Well, basically, let's call it $68, which is actually a pretty decent price if you consider the other prices of torque wrenches, or not torque wrenches. I keep calling them torque wrenches, impact wrenches out there. All right, speaking of a good price, Erwin Tools. This is a fantastic price on this one. Oh my gosh, this is a 9-inch ironworkers vise. Now it says yellow up here in the description, but the picture is blue. I don't care what color it is, as long as it grabs. And at 9 inches, this is going to get you some good leverage on that. That is a nice, solid set of pliers there, especially for $13.79. Next up, we got Lufkin. This is one of the mini tape measures, 6 foot here. $3 on that. Now, I'm not a big fan of the whole keychain kind of thing. In fact, my go-to when it comes to pocket tape measures, if a lot of you may know, is the Dewalt. I've got a couple of these 9 foot. The nice thing about them is they're magnetic. There's a decent-sized magnet on the backside of this. In fact, I can look over. There's one stuck to my refrigerator over there right now. We use these all the time, but I like the 9 foot. I really do. But, this comes down to $7, basically a little over $7. This is $3. If you're going to, that's the thing is these often, grow legs, they walk, they get lost, that kind of stuff. At $3, who cares? You can buy a dozen of these, throw them around. You're always going to have a 6-foot tape measure at hand. All right, next up, Wear Craft Form. Now, hold on. I'm going to say this right now. They're out of stock, okay? When they get in stock, if you order it, when they get in stock, that's when you'll get charged for them. But at $27.99, that's basically $28. That's a decent price. It's not a fantastic, oh my gosh, it's so amazing price. But it's a decent price. They usually hover around 30. They go up. They've gone as high. Prices are going up. They bumped them up to $44 recently, but they're back down. And not only are they down to 30, they went past 30 down to 28. And if you've been looking for some insulated, screwdrivers, you got to keep your screwdrivers warm. Got to keep them insulated. Okay, it's a little bear humor there. Bear with me. I got a twofer there. $27.99 on that one. All right. Oh, the bears are rare form today. We got the Dewalt DG5532 14-inch electrical and maintenance tool carrier. It's a bag, guys. It's a big tool bag. I like it. Lots of pockets, lots of compartments. Really nice and easy, luggable. It's got the strap, all the things you want. There's a nice top. Come on, there we go. There's our top-down view. $57.89, saving 36% off on that one. And this is a good deal. Normally, this thing rocks in around $74. And coming in at 59 or 50, even below that, 58, that is a solid solid deal on that. But if you want to save a few bucks more, maybe get a different style of bag, we've got the wax canvas here by Welkenland. I don't know how you pronounce it. This is your 16-inch tool, heavy-duty electrician's tool bag there. Nice setup bag there for $55.88. But that said, there's a Clippy coupon down here. Check mark the box, and you're going to save an extra $3 on that one. All right, moving along. Fried, however you pronounce it. I don't care how you want to pronounce it. Pronounce it savings. I like that. 8-inch by 24 tooth Super Dado set here. $149. Now that may seem kind of pricey, but that's a pretty good price considering this has been cruising around at just under $200 for most of the last year. Now it did drop down into the 170 range. But at 150, if you've been, we show a lot of 6-inch ones because that's where the bargains are at. But if you want an 8-inch Super Dado stack, this is a no-brainer. You need to pounce on this now. Freud is the go-to name in this kind of stuff. That is a solid set there. I wouldn't hesitate if I was looking for a Dado stack. All right, the grabber. I know when you got to shop, parts fall behind things. They're hard to get to. You have to have a grabber. They're also great because I store a lot of the stuff I don't use a lot. Spray cans and boxes of up high and whatnot, and rather than having to get a step ladder out every single time, you just grab the ladder or the grabber there and you snag it off that high shelf or whatnot. And this is the exact same style I use, although mine's in yellow. I don't know how they got this blue one here. Maybe I should find a blue one. But anyway, $12 on that. These things are fantastic. Every other type of grabber I've ever used eventually breaks. This thing just keeps on going. In fact, here's the one. I think that is the one I have right there, the yellow one, for $12.95. You get the blue one for $1 cheaper. All right, just got this. Now I've used stuff like this before. I've never used the Klein one before, but we've always called them. Well, I do it more with Cat Fire wiring, Cat 6 wiring, that kind of stuff. We call it Fox and Hound kind of setup. Anyway, this is going. What you do is you take this little plug here. And the nice thing about this isn't just the Fox here. This is going to actually also act as not a terminal tester, but a plug tester. It's going to tell you whether you got open ground, open neutral, open hot, all the usual kind of stuff. But on top of that, it can also check GFCI, and it operates then with the seeker over here, the Hound, if you would. And you plug this in, and then you can go and find out what breaker it's going to. This is important. Okay, especially if you move into a new house. Let's be honest. You move into a new house, you move into a new apartment, whatever, and you got to figure out, go around, you're flipping switches, you got to figure out what outlet is going to what breaker and all that kind of stuff. Well, we got it because, we got the new RV, and, balancing power usage in an RV is a critical thing. That's a balancing act you got to be careful of. So I wanted to know exactly what outlet or what breaker each outlet went to. And we got that done in like 10 minutes once we got this sucker plugged in. And on top of that, I could also check on my plugs, make sure all my wiring was correct and everything. Now at $42.97, that's not the best price. That's a good, solid, regular price. Oh, and I just want to mention, you could also use this just to chase wire and that kind of stuff because it'll beep and go crazy, even if it's next to the wire there. But anyway, just that said, we come over here and we see this set, which is nice because it gets you the 2-prong adapter and it gets you the light socket adapter. So you can screw this into a light socket and chase it exactly the same. Plus you get this, it's got a 3-prong adapter on one side and alligator clips on the other, so you can break out and you can do, just regular wire testing kind of stuff with it. That at $49.97 is a solid deal. And I would, if you don't have one of these and you own a house or, you own an RV or something like that, this is a no-brainer you got to have in your tool bag. I do have to say one of the downsides with this is it doesn't come with a case. Now, one of the cool things is that this plug does plug into the back. If I can get it, they don't show a picture of it. It plugs into the back side. There you go. Transmitter docks into receiver for storage. But I like having a nice bag or case for all of my testing equipment because it all goes in the same drawer, the same box, that kind of stuff. Anyway, the Klein makes a bag there for $10.81. But I'm a big fan of these semi-rigid cases here. The zip-up kind, nice and solid. Everything's got a place to live. It's $21, but you know what? You're going to be happy once you have them all stored together like that. Anyway, moving on, I want to talk about the orbital belt sander, oscillating edge belt sander. I'm a huge fan of these. I've been through a number of them, and I've tested all of these. I've had the Ridgid. The Rockler, I've not tried the Triton there at Rockler, but you notice, let's look at the price here. $269. We're looking at $260. The Harbor Freight, I've got this one right now, $220. They're all pretty much the same, as you can tell. I look at $306 for the Grizzly. Oh my gosh. And somehow Win, they always manage to do this. $195. That is ridiculous. That's cheaper than all of them. And these things, everything's going up in price, and Win just manages to keep rock steady there. $195 on the oscillating belt and spindle sander. These things are fantastic. They're just a go-to item. All right, next up. This is something I got in recently. It's made me not a tool per se, but help you organize your tool shop. It's a label maker. Now, rather than your typical label maker where you have the little thing and you got to, punch in the little thing, on the little keyboard there, and you're punching that stuff in. Well, this instead Bluetooths to your cell phone, and then you type the whole thing, and you can change the font, and you can put in symbols and all sorts of stuff, and it just prints it out like that. It's super easy to use. I just bought one of these for the wife because we're doing all this organizing and stuff in the RV. But oh my gosh, as soon as I got my paws on this, I'm like, you need this for the shop. This is nice. It's small. It's compact. Doesn't take up a bunch of room. You don't have any buttons on it really to break like you do with like the Brother and that other kind of style. And you can do all sorts of fun little fonts and stuff with the Bluetooth. And for $30. $30. Are you serious? That's ridiculous. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. And an extra 10% when you apply this coupon. Oh my gosh. This thing is fantastic. All right. Talk about fantastic sales. Let's go over to Yes Welders. As you know, huge fan of Yes Welders. Full disclosure, they did send me a plasma cutter. Haven't had a chance to check out the MIG stick, but check this out. Normally $500. On sale for $439. And save an extra 30% off when you type in code MIG30 at checkout. Check that out. This kicks down to $308. That is ridiculous on a good, solid mid-tier welder. That is, oh my gosh. This is, if you are a budget-minded pro, light-duty kind of pro, or a prosumer, heavy-use homeowner kind of stuff, this is really when you want to look at Yes Welders and stuff for this kind of stuff. And at $308. Sorry for those of you who have to pay sales tax. Although I'm in Nevada these days, so every time somebody makes me pay sales tax, I get indignant. That's what happens when you live in a state like Montana. You go somewhere else. It's like, sales tax. That's theft, people, I tell you. All right, talk about sales. Let's go over to Harbor Freight. Now, Harbor Freight, let me pull it up here. They're having a coupon sale. I know, no coupons, right? Oh, coupons are back. Coupon super deals Monday, March 7th through Sunday, March 20th. That said, I went through and I highlighted a few of the big deals. This thing right here at $139, that is a good price on this, all right? That's a solid price. It's not quite back down to the pre-COVID kind of pricing, which I think was like $120. But I honestly, when I first saw these, I thought they were junk, trash, workbenches and stuff. But I talked to many of you who use them, and don't go by the way you see them in store. Once you get them home and you assemble them correctly, and you don't have thousands of people every day shaking them, they actually work pretty decently, apparently. All right, how about this? This is a screaming deal. The 34-inch full bank service cart, $500. They've dropped the price down to $6. Now you got the sale price down to $5. Oh my gosh, that's a fantastic deal on that one. All right, talk about a fantastic deal. The Badland Apex winch, $529 with the synthetic rope on it and wireless remote. That is a no-brainer right there. 12,000 pounds. Oh. And lastly, we got the McGraw 6-gallon, 8.8 horsepower. This is your solid pancake compressor, running nailers, that kind of stuff. It's not going to be the quietest thing out there. 83 dBA, but it's not going to be terribly screaming loud. Cover your ears. Oh my gosh, I can't take it kind of loud. All right. Over at Home Depot, we got a bunch of deals over here. First of all, we got some Ryobi stuff. Now, this is going to be a Cinderella deal. Ends, turns back into a pumpkin at the end of the day. $99 is going to get you the recip saw, the impact driver, the light, the battery, and the charger there. And the battery on this is a 4 amp hour battery, so it's not just your basic battery there. That battery alone is going to be, $40 or something. All right, next up, we've got the 6-tool combo kit for $200. That's going to get you the Circ Saw, the recip, the multi-tool, the buffer, the impact driver, the drill driver, the flashlight, 2 batteries. One of them I think is the 2 amp hour and one's the 4 amp hour. I could be wrong on that 2 amp hour there. It might be a 1.5. But anyway, at least that one is the 4 amp, and you get the charger with that with the bag for $200, and that ends again at midnight tonight. Now, this is not a Cinderella deal. This is just a fantastic special buy deal. You get the 18-volt compact, you get the 4 amp hour battery 2-pack with the 18-volt lithium-ion charger, cordless, and the compact bandsaw. So it's like you're buying the battery pack and getting the bandsaw for free there. $149 for that setup. That's ridiculous there. All right, next up, we've got Ridgid 18-volt brushless cordless half-inch high torque 6-mode impact wrench with 4 amp hour battery, charger, and bag there. It's $200 if you're in the Ridgid line. This is a beast of an impact there. $200 there. Again, it's a Cinderella deal. Ends at midnight. All right, we got this another standard deal. 18-volt cordless 6.5-inch Circ Saw. I gotta tell you, the Ridgid cordless Circ Saws, this is a decent one. The brushless is really where it's at, okay? And this is not the brushless, but it's a decent cordless Circ Saw. And the batteries, the two 4 amp hour batteries cannot be ignored in this deal at $149. All right, Tough System 2.0 deep tool tray, $10. Even if you're not in the Tough System, just for some miscellaneous storage around the shop at $10, that's not a bad deal. In fact, I could use that as a tool washer. I could use it for soaking rusted tools and stuff. All sorts of stuff you could do with that thing for $10 there. Just under 10, $9.97. Special buy ends at midnight. Don't miss that part of it. You'll be bummed. Speaking of special buys, here's the whole list of all their special buys. A bunch of Dewalt stuff. We got a little bit of Milwaukee. We're going to talk some about that here in just a minute. Anyway, I'll put a link to this whole page so you can see them all. As I said, there's some great deals in there. All right, next up, we've got, this is a fantastic one, the M12 Fuel. This is getting you the impact, the fuel drill driver, this thing is one of my favorites. This thing is absolute beast. In fact, it's not just the drill driver, it's the hammer drill. I forgot to mention that. And you're getting the wrench with it. Now, the wrench itself, or say the ratchet, is not fuel, I don't believe. It's just the standard one. But still, of course, if you guys are going to deal hacking and stuff like that, that's on you. If you want to understand the whole deal hacking thing, do a search on my main channel page, and I have a whole explanation on how the deal hacking thing works. Also, as to which ones are ethical and which ones are not ethical, if you're concerned with that as well. All right, and next up, we've got the M18 here, compact brushless. Of course, remember, this is the Goldilocks zone between the brushed and the fuel. Not quite as powerful as the fuel, but better than just the base one. $100 there, and it's going to get you the charger and the bag and the battery, all of that full kit there for $100. Well, $99 to be fair. All right, who here has used Milwaukee circular saw blades? Okay, I'll be honest. Go away. I'll be honest. I've not used them. I don't know a ton about them. And this is not a sale deal per se when it comes to this, but Milwaukee really wants you to know about their saw blades for some reason, because they're doing this. If you buy $30 in saw blades, you're going to get a free black fitted Milwaukee hat. If you buy $100, they're going to give you a free workskin lightweight performance long sleeve. That's kind of cool. If you spend $300, you get a free 24-inch pub light sign. And if you spend more than $5, then honestly, who's not going to do that anyway, right? You get a free wooden cornhole set of Milwaukee cornholes. Yeah. Anyway, so that's a thing. Just letting you know in case you're planning to go long there in the old Milwaukee Circ Saw blade category. All right, over at Direct Tools, they've started doing a deal of the day, and I love it. Check this out. We've talked about a deal like this before. The Ryobi 5.5 amp 3/8 reverse or variable speed drill here. This is factory reconditioned. Somebody else found the weak spot. They've sent it in. Now it's fixed. It's better than new. $20 on that. That's 33% off. Don't forget, there will be shipping on this kind of stuff. So usually when you shop from Direct Tools, it's better to bundle up. They got lots of other great deals you could throw in there as well. All right, over at Woodcraft, I got to comment on this. $79 for that Bosch, the Colt 1 horsepower variable speed trim router. That's a fantastic deal. And then also, look at this. We got over at Lowe's, we've got the Skill. This is the little cordless. It's not it doesn't use like the 12 volt. It's a 4 volt. But anyway, cordless screwdriver with power detector. So this thing will light up if you get near something that's still running power through it. I think they got a picture of it there doing that, going, whoa, you want to stop. Don't do this. You're gonna hurt yourself. Anyway, lower pricing cart. I think it's like $20, $19.99. Can't add to cart. What the heck? Yeah, apparently I'm having a problem with my webpage. Anyway, $20, $19.99, I'm pretty sure is the price on that. Well, there you go. There you have it. That's your deals of the week. If you think the bear missed out on any of the deals, please let me know. By speaking of which, speaking of missing out, hey, I'm really sorry we totally biffed on the whole Sunday live stream last night. I had such a weekend. Took the oldest cub there to the NASCAR Racing Infinium Series on Saturday and Sunday. We were out in the desert doing stuff all day, and I fell asleep on the couch. There's no excuse. I woke up later. I'm like, I think I missed something. Anyway, we'll try and make it up to you. Besides the missus out of town anyway, you don't really want to talk to me. You want to talk to her anyway. So she'll be back tomorrow night. So we'll get something figured out. Anyway, that's all we got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.